Good evening. Welcome to Spoken English class. Whatever I notice that most of my friends or most of the viewers they comment about the interview in aviation, like how to crack the interview in aviation, how to go, how to appear, and lots of things. Like they have lots of doubt, lots of questions. So let's clear everything one by one. Okay. So just watch until the last moment of this video and you would be so much clear about everything here. So cracking an aviation interview, whether for cabin crew or ground staff or other roles, requires unique blend of professional grooming. So grooming really it's so must. If you go for interview, you will see every single candidates they are so well groomed. They're so well groomed. Maybe they don't have the communication, but their grooming is master. So grooming it's so important. This even if you go for in any like visit in airport, if you see like the air hostess or ground staff in the airports, so you will see their grooming. They have absolutely uh, like there is no any words to say about their grooming. So they always looks like a hero and heroine or just a film star. Their grooming is really so important. So grooming, then emotional intelligence and brand knowledge. So these are the things like because airlines aviation it is the place where different culture different peoples comes and meet. So you have to be a emotionally intelligence and also brand knowledge. Since you are the face of the airline, recruiters often value your personality and presence as much as your technical skills. Because no, when you are going for interviews, so that guy is hiring you just to hike the industry, not to sink the industry. They are hiring you to promote their airlines, their company, so their company can get more market, more earning. That's why they're hiring. So you have to be such intelligence. Then like some things you have to be master. Okay, your professional appearance, like your in aviation first impression are critical, and that is so important. First impression, that is the last impressions, that is the last things in aviation. So most airlines maintain strict grooming standards that you should reflect during the interview. Then attire. Wear a well fitted formal suit, blazer with a skirt or trouser. Stick to neutral colors like navy blue or black. So these are the colors navy blue or black. Also blazer for men, and for girls they have a different dress. That is you often see, you always see in ground staff or in airlines and what girls they wear. Then grooming, ensure hair is neatly tied. A bun is often preferred for women. So for girls, they have to just bun their hair. And nails are clean and makeup is professional yet minimal. Then details. Wear polished closed to shoe. Avoid flashy accessories or overpowering perfume. So whatever you are doing, that must be uh, follow some level. Okay, don't cross the level. These are things. Then research the specific airlines wherever and whatever the airlines where are you going for the interview. So research the airlines. Maybe Indigo, research Indigo. Maybe Aksha, research Aksha. Maybe Etihad Emirates, Air India, Asia Airs, Singapore Airs. So whatever the airlines for you are going, just prepare, just know every single details about the airlines. Okay, like know the basics, research the airline CEO, home base or hub or their headquarters, their destinations, their fleet size, and etc. etc. Then understand values, read their mission statement and recent news, new route or awards. This allows you to align your answer with their specific culture. Then prepare for common behavior question like tell me about yourself. So keep this short, approximately like 60 seconds. Don't make it so long, don't fabricate. As fast as short you can make, briefly just introduce yourself. Then focus on your strength and why they make you a fit for aviation rather than just recruiting your CV. Then why do you want to work for aviation? So avoid generic answer like I love to travel, I love aviation. These are nonsense answer. Okay, don't do these answers. Do some unique. Okay, like that's your passion for customer service, safety. You love talk this. Then scenario questions. Be ready to explain how you would handle rude passengers. Like scenario, any kind of scenario they can give you. Maybe rude passengers. Maybe the plane is hijacked. Maybe some persons are misbehaved with others ground staff. So this kind of scenario they can give you. They will check your emotional intelligence. Okay, then the groups they introduce for the interview. Okay, and they shorts the candidate is like the GD round, and that is the most and first important stage for aviation interview, GD. And they call like 10%, maybe 5% in a group, they call them and they just give them a random topic for discussions, and everybody say like whatever their answers has on the topic. So that's a GD round. Okay, so in GD round, be a leader, not a boss, encouraging shy members to speak and acknowledge their points. Use you, we instead of I. Okay, so just encourage others. So the HR, the recruiters will understand that he is the guy, he will push the company, he will push the industry forward, he will motivate others employee in company. So do this kind of activity. Then active listening. Just when actually no, in my last time when I went for the interview, so I saw one thing, like a girl, she didn't listen the question properly. That the HR said the overuse of smartphone, what the problems the generation is facing, just using the smartphone overly. But the girl answered the social media, use of social media, benefits, disbenefits about social media. So listen questions carefully. Be a active listener during the interview. Then time management, taking the initiative to track the time or conclude the discussions can earn your extra point. And the essentials body language tips like okay, maintain a smile, and that is so important in interview. But most of the cases it's really hard to keep the smiles in face during the interview time, because that is so hard time to maintain the smiley space, but you have to maintain that smiley space. Okay, then posture, sit upright but comfortable, lean slightly forward to show interest and avoid crossing your arms, which can seem defensive. So just bit lean slightly towards the recruiters, not backwards, just forwards. Okay. Then eye contact, and also maintain steady, sincere eye contact with the interviewer to project confidence. And if you maintain these other points so properly, so clearly, whatever I said, I believe that you are going to get the next jobs, whatever the positions where you are going, if you do the activity. So do this, get your jobs.